Right. It says it's live.
I'll be checking. I'll check.
Okay.
We are not live.
That's not true.
No, it's not. Or wait, I have ads.
Okay. We
I
are
need
live.
to see.
StreamYard says we are. So we are.
Don't trust StreamYard. Trust. Yes, we are.
Okay, beautiful.
We are.
So yes, I had I known that you were wearing that t-shirt, I would have tried to dry mine even more.
But why are you drying yours? I didn't understand. Like, where did you wear it?
I wore it to the gym like a cool person.
You go to the gym with that picture?
With that t-shirt, yes. No,
With
actually,
that, with that t-shirt?
I think I went for a run with it, and we've got.
Oh, look at Marco saying nice Liverpool shirt. It is Liverpool from the Liverpool Eurovision, but it's from Paco. It's the logo of Paco here down, and Paco always makes for every year a t-shirt with the colors of the
I was
years of Eurovision.
literally just wearing his blue one earlier, but I took it off.
Yeah. It's actually very comfortable. You know why? That's why I wear it. I wear it just so that because it's just very comfortable.
So, did he produce a t-shirt this year? Because I didn't get
He
one.
did. He did, and it's very beautiful. It's this kind of color of basil of this reddish but dark reddish. It's really nice, really beautiful one.
Huh. Laura's here, bless. I've still got my EST shirt. I have a jumper and a hoodie, which I still wear. And then Vincent says the baby hoodie wins.
No, Vincent, it doesn't.
Literally, this hoodie is paid for itself.
Shane,
Right.
every time I see you, do you know what song from the UK of Eurovision comes to my head? But I have never told you that before.
I'm a bit
Do you know?
nervous.
Do you know what song comes? But I doubt people will know it. It just from my early age when I was like the first Eurovisions ever that I used to watch as a child, and this song is one of my favorite UK songs. Do you want me to sing it to you? And every time I sing it, this song comes in my head.
Javine, Light My Fire.
No, that's one of my most favorite pop songs, but favorite UK song is another.
Don't play that song again by Nikki French.
Do you want to? I will sing it to you just very short, and you will know it. You will know it. I don't know if the people. I love the song. I listen to it all the time. Today at the gym, I heard it again 7 times. It's my post Eurovision depression song that I listen to every year. So the song is "Bye Bye Baby, Love to Me Baby, Bye 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 Bye." You don't know it? Gemini.
I do know it, and you
I
butchered the
love the
lyrics
song.
then.
Yes, I always butcher the lyrics because I'm like embarrassed of singing it, but I love the song. I love
I
Gemini.
I love the song. I love the song. I
Oh
love the
my
song.
God.
I love the
It's
song.
like also towards the end, how the song goes like they sing it even quicker, and it's like even I love it. Here it's like on my ESC, and I'll show you exactly what songs I listen after the Gemini. Like it's literally Cry Baby by Gemini. And the next underneath, it's one of my most favorite songs from Netherlands. It's actually my most favorite song from the Netherlands. And you will know it, but it didn't do at all well in Eurovision from the Netherlands. And it's Treble. A man banda, a man banda, a man banda, Gwena mamba, Gwena mamba, a man banda, a man banda, a man banda, Gwena mamba, Gwena, Kungula pule tunaya, Kungula pule
Okay, I
tunaya,
don't think I'm gonna
my.
match your energy. I don't think I'm gonna match your energy this evening.
But do you know that song?
Yes, I do it with the they're on the drum.
Yes. It's
Yeah.
actually a made-up language. I love it. Yes, Marcus, that's a Dutch entry from 2005, I think, and they didn't qualify, but it's my most favorite song from it.
But you have heard Gemini sing Cry Baby live, right?
I have, of course. But you know what? When I was young back then, I really didn't care about how the how it is live. I cared like, do I love the song? That's my number one. I don't care how live it is.
We're completely going down the wrong train here, but I remember, so obviously I'm older than you. So I remember we were being told in the UK two things. We were being told, number one, the rehearsals were going really well and they were getting the largest cheer. And number two, I don't know where this came from because obviously it's BS. So the blonde female was saying that one of the ladies from Tattoo was stalking her. Now, whether she said that or whether the media just kind of latched onto something that wasn't true, but I do remember that.
I just know that I love the song so much.
She's mentally scarred from that whole experience.
But are there a
I
couple
laugh. Like she
with the
did like
guy?
a proper like online thing about how she couldn't recover for years after Eurovision.
Okay. So let's go to the Zachia.
Yes. Right. Okay. Cool. So I've got some
The
discussion.
title, the title is the tea, the drama, and the gags. Yeah, Marcos, it's treble. The girls, the band is called Treble. That's it. And I sang it very good, so you should know which song it is.
Okay.
So
Right, Georgie, I've made some bullet points to keep the conversation streamlined because I know what you're
yes,
like. You've already started talking about treble and Gemini with a J. Right, let's start first of all. Are you proud of Greece?
I am. I was so surprised to see that Greece is coming sixth place. I mean,
That's the
I don't
best,
think anybody believed that.
that's their best result in 12 years.
This is the best result of Greece in 12 years. And
Yeah.
so proud of Albania, 176 points public. Wow.
Uh-huh.
But we'll talk about the juries later.
We will. So
Are
I'm
you,
trying to.
wait, are you, this is a back question. Are you proud of the UK?
Are we moving on to the UK?
Yes.
I have lots of things I want to say about the UK.
No,
Right.
Shane. No.
Number one, yes, I am massively proud of the UK. Number two,
I
have
would.
I listened to that song relentlessly since Saturday? Absolutely. Number three, have I seen the girls on TV and radio being actually praised? So actually, the British media, we can be unforgiving, but generally, these girls have been going on to the radio stations and TV shows this week, and they've been given a really warm reception, i.e., you did us really proud, your vocals are
I saw.
amazing. Like
I saw many.
the jury's obviously warmed you, you got 12 points, and so they haven't come back embarrassed. And so I quite like that.
I saw so many of the interviews that they did to radio stations, and they seemed actually like enjoying it. And they said also that they have fully booked summer tour. They have booked everything, like it's not over for them. So they looked like they feel okay. And of course they feel sad, but those 0 points. When is the UK gonna come out of this?
Listen, right. Number one, first of all, both May Muller and Ollie have both come out, whether it was after the fact or months after the fact, saying that they needed some serious hard therapy after Eurovision. These girls have come out and they've already said they do it again. So, like, that's cool. But also, it's not even the fact that we didn't get any points. It's a bit like Ollie in the sense of now it's all come out. I think we were last, like 26th in the majority of countries. Like we weren't even close. We weren't even like the 11th to 15th. So
You mean, yeah. You
yeah.
mean
So
with the songs, like where close, how close they were in the voting? Yes, I know what you mean. I saw also that.
And like I joked like on Sunday and Monday being like, that's it. The UK needs to stop giving points to Ireland now. It's ridiculous because they're not reciprocating it. And I joked around saying that I miss Malta throwing us a few points. And I think that's just British expats living there. I think it was Ireland and Malta that had us in like 18th and 19th. They were our highest. Listen, I mean, we are both realists. We went into that Eurovision knowing that the UK had the odds against them. It wasn't like Ollie where I was surprised. I mean, I was gagged, obviously, but listen, I'll take. And if you look at our points, if you look at May Muller, you look at Ollie, you look at the girls, like we are increasing. Like it's going in the right way. It's going in the right way.
Yeah, the same can go for Germany. For Germany and the UK, they're going on the right way. It just does those zero. Like at least give five. At least five. At least give something.
You know, it wouldn't even helped us, but I saw obviously on Twitter people saying, I know the 0 points adds really, really good drama, but it is really like there were 6.7 million people watching Eurovision at home in the UK, 1 million down from last year. Yeah. And just for 6.7 million people for that it's so disheartening. And like I did see a call that maybe they could expand it to like 15, just so there's no 0 points. Do you see what I mean? So the televotes, they go from 1 to 15, and then you try and avoid the 0 points. But even if they did introduce that, we still would have got 0.
But this is very pity. It's so pity. It's so pity. Oh.
I mean, listen, there are silver linings. Number one, the girls charted in the top 40 this week in the UK, which Ollie couldn't even do. So credit to them. They really wanted that and they achieved that, and that was awesome. I mean, I think I will look back at that entry definitely not in a negative way. Like with May Muller, I love that song. It's one of my favorite Eurovision songs of all time, but I'm just like missed opportunity. Ollie, I like the song. I watched the performance. But like, there's nothing about that package from the UK that I'll look back and think, yeah, it was the best it could have done.
Yeah.
In my
opinion. Move on.
Is there anything else I wanted to say about the UK? No. Done. So go on to Germany then. Germany's becoming the surprise package of this year then.
I think Germany is like doing, I mean, Abor and Tina, they're probably like the most happy right now after Eurovision, being like they being streamed, being the third most streamed Eurovision song right now. They passed the Netherlands. Germany passed the Netherlands, and daily 1.5 million. I mean, people just now went on the train of, oh, you know what? I actually love Bala. But also, what I think that is very important for Germany, for German fans, because Germany was again the number one country with the most people watching, 9.5 million. I think Germany was again, and I mean Germans. I guess they're happy for public 74 points. How long has it been since Germany didn't take over 20 public votes? It has been years and years since Michael Schulte, I think it has been. So, I mean, this is only meaning a good thing for them. I guess Stefan Rapp wanted to win, but no, he didn't win. But even though 15th place is good for them, I mean, important is what they are doing right now. And right now, their album is doing really good in the charts. The song is doing really good in the charts. The votes were okay. I mean, I think everybody was surprised of Germany taking twice 12 points on the juries. when everybody was talking,
who gave them 12 points again?
Ukraine. Ukraine and Latvia? I need to check. Wait. Okay. Eurovision World. Let's see.
Do you know what? Like, she's a bit of a Blanca from Poland story in the sense of how many people online were saying that she can't sing that song.
Yeah.
And I like Blanca where she obviously
Czechia. It was Czechia and Ukraine that gave 12 points juries.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing about Germany. Everybody was there. Even when she was in the semi-final performance and then in the jury show performance, even when Tina was singing, actually okay, it was not so bad. It was just okay. It was okay. Everybody was just saying like, oh no, the vocals, no, it's 0 points, no. But I was like thinking like, ah, people, it sometimes it's just like, do people love it? People vote for it. It's over. That's it. You don't
Huh.
need so much of the vocals. If it's a hit, it's a hit. But yeah, I
Listen,
guess no.
when that song got selected, if someone said to me that that would chart, what was that, the second highest charting song in the UK behind Remember Monday, I think it was, second or third, I'd have said you're having a joke. But that song seemed to have resonated.
Yeah. Right now, right now, ballet is charting in 5 or 6 countries in the top 5, and in so many other countries in the top 20. And in the viral charts of Spotify, it's second or third. So this is like really
Yeah.
good. But 12 points on the juries. I mean, you have so many good vocals there, and then you decide, like, you know what,
Right.
Germany, we love you.
Okay, that goes on to the next point. So I've got these two together. So Estonia and Sweden. So you're saying about obviously a surprise that obviously Germany scored some maximum points from juries and therefore
Yeah.
wondering what criteria they use. So that was a little bit of a fallout after the results, not shading Estonia, not shading the song. Fine, 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 fine,
Yeah.
fine. But there was a few people that obviously said, hold on a minute, Estonia should never have scored that highly with the jury. What are juries using to judge the songs?
But did Estonia score so high with the juries? I don't
Higher
think
than most people
I
thought.
don't yes, but I don't think Estonia took once 12 songs from the juries.
But even so, where were they after the juries? They were still quite high.
Oh wait, I can see
I
here.
think they were top 5 after the juries.
Were they top 5 after the juries?
I
I
think
mean,
so.
no, jury they had 98 points.
So where were they then after the
I don't,
juries then?
yeah, I don't know where
Well,
they
we had
have been after
80
the.
something and we were like 10th, so they must have been higher than us.
Okay,
Um,
98. Then he had some, yeah. But I mean, Sweden had more. Sweden had 126 in the juries.
uh,
But
but
then the
again,
difference in in the televote was huge.
Estonia was always going to be a televote song. So I think what people were trying to say, and I can hear it out, was we're told the juries have very strict criteria. One of those criteria is being singing voice, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I watched Estonia's final performance again the other day. It wasn't as strong as a semi-final performance, his vocal.
No.
But then actually, to be fair, they vote in the Friday night. It might have been actually quite good, right?
Yes.
But anyway, did you think before the Eurovision week or 2 weeks when we had the rehearsals, did you ever think that Estonia would get higher than Sweden?
No, I literally thought that Sweden is winning. That was my I thought that Sweden and France are winning. That one of those is winning. I didn't even have in my head that even Austria is winning. I had Austria as the winner 2 weeks before Eurovision, and I was thinking like it's indeed between Austria and Sweden. But in Basel, watching the preview shows, watching the jury shows, listening people around me, everybody kept talking France and Sweden, France and Sweden. So I started believing that it's France and Sweden. But Estonia, when Estonia took this huge amount of points from the televote, I was thinking like, oh my God, it's over for everybody else. I mean, there are not so many points in the game anymore. That's it.
Yeah, I'm
After
baffled.
Estonia, and the other country taking so many, I was thinking like, oh my God, it's over.
Yeah, I really thought Sweden. So Sweden didn't even pick. They didn't even get more than 200 televotes, which I thought that was a. Every person
Televote.
I played that song to loved it.
No, they took televote. They took 195.
Yeah.
They took 195.
Yeah. Where did they finish in the end? 4th, is it?
Fourth, yeah. I mean, they cannot, Swedish people cannot complain. To finish fourth, it's
I
not
don't
a
think
bad
they are.
place.
I don't think there are. I haven't seen many complaints.
It just that at the end of the day, when I saw that Sweden is actually fourth, I was thinking like, oh my God, really? Because we actually never got to see Sweden shown. Only once they took 12 points from the juries. That's it. They were never shown. So I was like forgetting about them. And I was thinking like, oh my God, actually they finished fourth. That's really good.
Yeah. You're right.
Juries gave, wait, this guy says juries gave Austria that many points because of the LGBTQ BS.
I don't
Bullshit.
think so.
The song was horrible. My ears were bleeding of the Argos. Come on, don't be a hater towards this Austria now. Is Austria saved Eurovision? Be grateful.
Right, Hifa, I'm going to talk about this point. I've got this down as something that I want to refer to. We can refer to it now, actually. So,
Do you think muting the audience might have hurt Sweden? It would have helped the performance if you could have heard audience participation and enthusiasm. Well, the same you could say also about not only Sweden, but Malta, Denmark. Do you know what kind of amount of people screaming Denmark had? I'm telling you, everybody in the Euro Club said like, I have the feeling that Denmark had one of the biggest. No, really?
So, yeah, I had this as a point to raise later, but we can raise it now. So obviously, with everything that we know, the decision was made to obviously mute the audience to protect, obviously, X, Y, and Z. So there were people that were saying this after the final, basically saying some acts. And I tell you one act that I watched the other day, and I was like, this would have been massively amplified if the audience could be heard. And that's Finland as well. I think Finland, if you were able to tap into clearly the noise that was being made in the crowd, that it translates at home. If you're at home watching it and you hear the crowd go wild, it does impact your
But
thoughts.
that's exactly years ago when I was young, when I was just watching Eurovision. That was what made the night for us as a family watching Eurovision, putting it very loud on TV and hearing how people are acting after the performance is finishing and feeling how the person finishing the song feels. You know what I mean? So this is for me. This is one big part of the Eurovision Song Contest that is gone now.
Yeah.
But one person said, like, I think muting the audience did hurt many entries. Okay, but they had a good reason for the mute audience because during Malta. I mean, yeah, but
I mean, listen, we will get to some point about
but
obviously.
what I think, do you remember this guy? You know him. You said you told. I'll tell you a very important point. I watched the jury show of the second semifinal with this guy from Australia that is on Twitter. He's a Twitter guy. He's very known. He has a blue tick. You know him. We saw him at the Wee Wee Jam last year in Malmo. How's he called? Priant. Priant.
Oh yes, bless him.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So I watched it with him, and he turned and he said, like, I mean, the arena looks amazing from the inside. We had the same places, but you know what he said, and he's very right. He said, like, I have the feeling that EBU is going more and more and more every year of have less and less audience. So they make it even more to be a TV show than what it is. Because this year had nothing to do with Malmo. It had the feeling inside, it was many people, but way less than Malmo even. Because it was just the two sides and in front a bit. So this could be true that the EBU doesn't care much about having audience anymore. I don't know.
I mean, someone raised it, and it's going to be something we have to talk about at some point. So it's not just the fact that they muted the audience; it was the fact they added in fake claps as well. That just doesn't feel right to me.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to say. Obviously, this is what the EBU stands for, about freedom of speech and obviously free press. and just to silence and manipulate an opinion that's happening in the crowd. It just doesn't fit right with me.
I agree.
Okay. All right, cool. So
many stuff that I don't agree with this from this year's Eurovision.
yeah, we'll talk about it in a bit. Right.
Yeah, we have to start it eventually.
Who okay, so my next talk point. Who was your, for better or worse, who was your favorite televote reaction?
From the singers receiving the televotes.
Yeah.
Albania. The moment
Yeah,
that
that was a good
Beatrice,
one.
the moment that Beatrice was like, at first she was like, okay, blah, and after that she
I
sees how
don't think
Albania
she
goes,
knew.
how
I don't
how
think she heard
Albania
the
went.
100 bit.
Yeah, she didn't hear the 176, but she watched the screen how Albania goes like in the top 3 after the televote, and she was like standing up, and she was like, but the same with Poland. She was exactly the same when she received the 111, and it was very early because Poland was very down in the juries. After the juries, she stood up and she was like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" And those are one of my favorites. But I have also one other favorite, but this is shady. I cannot say it.
Which one?
I can't. Well, no, I can't.
Okay. I did enjoy Seesaws. I did find that very, very amusing. I've watched that quite a few times.
Oh, when she took the 0, yes. Not the 0, the 2 points.
Yeah, but I mean, there was so many great, like, as in, like, my friend Tom, he was watching he was just wetting himself. Like the next day, he was watching it, like, just so much disappointment, and they just couldn't hide it. France couldn't hide it. Netherlands couldn't hide it.
No, but Shane, nobody could hide it after that. Like, I think also the people around us, the what this is a best reaction from YouTubers were when Switzerland got 0 points. Yeah, that's true. But many people reacted like also around us in the Arena Plus when the Netherlands points were given. That was like what? When France took 52 points, that at that moment I was like, what? But I already knew when by the point of going to France, there were so many points given that
Huh.
there were no points anymore left.
I know. I know. Bless her. I saw that she posted something on her social media the other day. So I didn't realize, because I hadn't really been following the artist afterwards. And she said she needed a break because she was disappointed.
Yeah. Who now?
Okay. So on that point, I think.
Spain. No, let's also very quickly say about Spain. What do you think about the 10 points? I swear to you, I did not believe that.
Okay. Okay.
What is he saying? Say the shade. Ha ha ha. We know it was the Austria moment. It was my favorite as well. No, the shade was not that. I didn't mean that shade about Austria. The shade is another between Greece and when Greece received 12 points from a country, and
Oh.
Claudia was literally, she was like, she was turned, she didn't even clap. Nobody from the delegation clapped. They were just like, ah, and the camera went very quickly. That was the moment. And I was like, I was watching it. I wanted to see, like, oh my God, what is Claudia gonna do? Like, Claudia was like, she was just like, this is nothing. Like, she pretended like nothing happened. And the shade was just like, because Marina did what she did last year, and then this person giving the 12 points to Greece. So it was like, that must hurt, like karma.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, I know exactly what you're referring to. Okay, I didn't actually have Spain down as a talking point.
No, but we can just very quickly say that I truly didn't expect that Spain will get 10 points from the public. When the moment that they said 10 points, that moment was my moment of Blanca Paloma when she took 5, and I was thinking, like, are you for real? Like, is that real? Like, they really took only. I never believed that she will take like 320, But I thought Spain would take like between 60 and 110.
Georgie, listen. I love this song. I really, really do. The last time we did a live, I said to you, "Who is picking up the phone for Spain? Who?"
Obviously not you.
If Denmark could barely scrape 2 points, who's picking up the phone for Spain?
Yeah.
I mean, that's another point that I want to say that someone, and there was traction on social media about it this year. Basically, again, what place does female bops have at Eurovision now? Like, again, another year where they pretty much got obliterated. Yeah, so
Only Portugal.
it was
Yeah.
Portugal, the rest of the world. There was one other country, was there not?
Yeah, I think. Wait, I have it here. Spain took 10 from Albania, but was that jury or public? Wait,
It's
public.
not public.
So Spain took 1 from Ireland,
That's so
6
random.
6 from Portugal, and 3 from the rest of the world. That's it.
Do you I remember obviously the Spanish people, bless their hearts, they react in a spectrum of different ways and really do go to social media outlets to voice it. I saw someone kicking off, and someone who I actually quite respected, that basically blamed Spain's bad result on getting really political and said, "Well
Yes,
done, Spain. You've decided that you're going to take a political stance. That's why we did so bad." And I was like,
because
I don't think
even
it is.
because the people blamed even the 2 people, the commentators of Spain, because as long as it was running, the postcard of it, they were
Uh,
commenting and they were, I think, something of the translation, something of in the way of and now a country that should not be in the competition or something like this. So they were very, very, very vocal about it. But I don't think this is shown in Spain at that moment. Nobody outside of Spain can hear that. So
yeah.
I don't think this worked against Spain to take public votes. I don't believe that.
I just,
Exactly what Vincent said. Like, you know what? This is literally year after year because of all of this situation and how Eurovision is right now. We really will end up having only boring ballads in Eurovision and no more pop songs. The pop songs will go less and less and less and less. And this is a thing because always the pop songs are doing bad. Which pop song do we have in the top 10 from this year? Tell me one pop song that ended up good this year in Eurovision. None. None of the pop songs. And which songs are some of the most streamed? It's always some of the songs that are dancey. Take Estonia, the most streamed song since 1 week. It's a clubby, poppy song, upbeat song. Take Germany with Balla, it's a clubby song. Take Claude with a upbeat song because that's not a ballad. So why? Why is this happening?
all I will say, and there's room to talk about this, because again, the one thing that we need to talk about is obviously the calls from some circles about changing how the voting works. By not having the juries in the semi-finals, it does play into having poppy songs. So we're lucky in the sense of as soon as they put juries back in the semi-finals, it will be Balladsville. I agree with that. But that's the
I'll
beautiful thing
die.
about not having juries in the semi-finals is because you need to make sure you've got a televote winner or a song that could do well with a televote.
Shane, we will never have any more televote winner. We will never have televote winner. Always the televote winners, except that one televote winner. All the others, televote good doing countries, they never end up good because it's always the juries interfering.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I did see someone say something and I properly reflected on it. So is it the last 3 winners? None of them have received 12 points from the public in any country.
I don't know if it's the last 3 years now. I don't know.
It's
Did
definitely the last.
Nemo?
It's definitely the
didn't
last
Nemo,
two.
didn't Nemo received any kind of 12 points from another country? I mean, I
Not,
know that Austria didn't this
not from the
year.
televote. Not from the televote. No.
You see, and that has a meaning. I mean, of course, right now in the streamings, Austria is doing good. I mean, he's fourth, but he's fourth. He's fourth, and he's the Eurovision winner.
Mm. Hmm. So just on that note, we've talked about France's poor score. We've talked about Netherlands' poor score. We've talked about Denmark's poor score.
Malta is ascending, and
I thought Malta would get a higher televote.
I don't know. I
What?
didn't.
What? A bit like the UK. What's Malta now got to do?
I don't know. What are all the countries gonna do, Shane?
Mm,
What are they all gonna do? Because so many countries did so bad that were expected to do good.
I know. Okay, let's
I mean,
quickly.
even from the semifinals, if you see how the songs qualified in the semifinal where Latvia ended up, they were second place. Latvia in the semifinal was second, and Austria was fourth. In the
Now listen.
semifinal.
Now listen. I'm not receptive to those things, but I did find it funny when someone did tweet that obviously we live in a world whereby Blanca Solo from Poland finished higher than this year's winner and last year's winner because she qualified third, right?
Yeah,
Because where did Nemo qualify? Fourth again.
I don't remember.
Okay, so you posted something on social media about your shock about Finland and Finland's kind of position, both televote and specifically juries.
So bad.
Which countries do you think were hardest hit by the juries unfairly?
Unfairly, Finland.
Yeah, I agree.
By the juries. Unfairly, also, I could say Poland.
That's my number one. I
Even
just
though,
don't
even
get
though,
it.
even though Poland ended up overall, Poland has a good place. They finished. What place did Poland finish in the total? Wait, I have it
16?
here. 14th before Germany.
Huh.
Yes, and Finland 11th. But in the juries, I never expected that Poland will do so bad.
Right, listen, someone did put Albania. Obviously, yes, that's a disgrace.
Obviously.
I just don't understand that. Like, do the juries also get song fatigue as well? It's a lot of songs, 26 songs. So the juries are obviously been told and obviously made sure that they don't obviously have any kind of sways. But I just think the only reason why that scored so poorly is because even the juries sitting through 26 songs are done.
Yeah, but on the other hand, can I tell you something that disturbs me? Why it disturbed me while watching it? I was definitely happy about Switzerland and France, obviously doing so good. But at the end of the day, come on, both of them to be in the top three from the juries. I mean, really? Like, why don't you have another country there? Like, this. Why is that Albania there? Why as a jury member you put Albania so high out of the top 10, but you put both France and Switzerland? Because in many countries, France and Switzerland have been very high. It was 10-8 or 10-12 or something
Mhm.
like this. And I'm thinking like, but they're like, okay, I understand the quality of the ballots, but really, like, why? What's wrong with Albania as a jury? I mean, people gave it 176 points, so people from home understood the assignment, but the juries didn't. So, what's wrong with that?
Listen, I don't know because I think that's again after all the results came out on that Sunday, there were people saying, "What is the criteria? What criteria are these people given?" Because it just made no sense. The juries were just way out of whack. It was exciting viewing. Don't get me wrong. Like
Yeah.
the fact that we were watching so many different 12s and songs, it was exciting. the UK getting 12 from Italy, which someone has recently said was potentially the attack. If you look at the no shade on Italy, used to live there, but apparently their jury points are a bit suspect because didn't they rank Austria really low?
Yes. I liked the jury points. I liked to see so many different countries taking 12 points and that we didn't have this Nemo thing of last year. Nemo got so many 12 points of so many countries that it was basically every second country we saw Nemo. Every second country we saw Nemo. And this year we saw many different. We saw how many 10 11 countries get 10 11 different countries getting 12 points. I loved that. You know, I really like that. But about the televote, but I don't know. Like, do we want to talk about that?
Right, we'll get there. So listen to this. Do you agree? Poland was ranked last with Albania, Cyprus, San Marino, and Switzerland jury. Do you think that's right?
No, not at all.
Finland was ranked last with Luxembourg and Netherlands.
Yeah, also bullshit.
UK was ranked last with Sweden.
Yeah, okay.
That I agree.
No, but I cannot shake the thing out of my head that Switzerland and France did it so well, but they did so well that they were so similar in the votings from the juries. Because there's no I don't know.
Georgie, they're jury bait songs, aren't they? Let's be honest. We shouldn't be surprised. Okay. Another point to talk about. So you were talking about, and it wasn't something that I realized in regards to, it's amazing this year. If we look at the songs in the final, none of them are really in English, bar a handful. And then people were saying that a success story of 2025 is Latvia and Albania coming second in their semi-final, i.e., does that mean that Europe is really craving kind of authentic, ethnic, national identity songs? Thoughts on that? Latvia and Albania coming second in their semis.
Amazing. When I saw the results, I was thinking like, oh my God, Latvia did better than the winner. Albania did better than so many in their semifinal, which was a tough one.
Uh-huh.
I loved it. I love that.
I know. And I think it is a good sign and it is a good signal for moving forward in Eurovision. I'm just wondering where the UK then fits in with all of that. Because, yeah, people aren't buying what we are sending. Okay.
Let's move on to something a bit more tea. Saying.
Okay. All right. Fine. Okay. So we can talk about obviously this week and the kind of ripple effect and the aftermath of some people's happiness or not so happiness about Israel's performance. So the UK send a song in Welsh. I would love that. So yes. So I think for some people, obviously the position is quite a surprise because for some people, Israel's song this year wasn't as good as Israel's song last year, and it seemed to outperform that. And yeah.
I mean, for me personally, last year's Song of Israel was way better than this year. Way better. And this year they won the seller. How?
Listen, I liked Israel's song this year. I did. I have no issue with saying that. But the televote is a strange one. It's a strange one. Like, how do you say this? Like, I
honestly don't believe it. I don't believe it. It cannot be. To be in the top 3, if it was like 4th best in the televote, I understand it because Not the song. You said the song is good. The song is okay. The performance is great. I love the performance.
Mhm.
Um, to be fourth in the televote, I understand, but to win the televote and to get those 12 points from those countries, how?
Listen, like I feel like I think it's okay to just be like, that's interesting and not come across as xenophobic or having any kind
No,
of views. It could be any country that's rocking up with that televote, and I'd be like, that doesn't quite seem right.
no,
Yeah.
and it
So
doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't.
I mean, I
Yeah, you
mean,
have it there. He said it. This DV. How often does a ballot win the televote? The last ballot that won the televote was Portugal. But there was a reason for that also, and it's okay. I mean, just saying.
yeah. So yeah.
You're, you
I hadn't rehearsed. I hadn't rehearsed how I was going to say this because, unfortunately, it's one of those things where apparently it's like Voldemort. You're not allowed to talk about it because if you talk about it, there's no way of being able to do it in a way that doesn't really anger someone. For me, I think I'd like to think that I'm quite a rational person, and just everything would suggest that those televotes are not legitimate.
yeah.
Um, and it's unfortunate, it just happens to be Israel. It could be any country. And I would sit being like, with
Oh,
everything that we know, like it just doesn't feel right. And so as a result, what really kind of annoy I don't want to add emotion to this.
it
I'm
doesn't make sense because even with all of the Greek people that I text with, everybody that my friends, whenever I talk, everybody said, "What is Israel doing there?" Everybody. People did not vote for it in Greece. How did it take the 12 points? I don't understand. Because the song of Israel right now is not even in the top 20 most streamed in Greece. So
no.
this is like what at number 6 is Germany. But Germany, indeed, Greece gave public votes to Germany and a very high ones. I mean,
Mhm.
they were in the three best one. And Germany is sixth most streamed song in Greece right now. Greece gave 12 points to public to Israel. Israel's song is not even the top 20 most streamed song. So how is that making sense? Or all of the other countries that gave 12 points to Israel, the Israeli song is not there. It's not there in the streaming charts. So
Mhm.
how is that making sense? This never happened before. And this is what puts me in this one like, how? How is this possible? It's not possible.
I mean, okay, let's just obviously just play it out, right? So Susan, whose opinion I respect, I think Israel's song was beautiful, sung very good, plus staging. Argos has commented quite a lot this evening. Israel's song is really good and wasn't. I mean, it's the language. It's the language that they're using. Israel's song is really good and enjoyable. Well, Electro Velvet is enjoyable. Like,
Exactly.
yeah. So, I mean, listen, I think what needs to be clear.
Really good, but to win the televote, we had so many really good. Netherlands was a really good song. Did it win the televote? It didn't.
No.
I don't. I just the most the simplest like this is what I said. I said it before. How is a song winning the televote? People spending money for it, but they don't listen to the song. Where's the jokes? Where are the jokes? Shane, where are the jokes? Because I have it. I have it in front of me. I have the list of the public votes that Israel got. Israel got 12 from Germany. Okay, that I believe.
Yeah, we talked about this. That's believable. That's believable.
That I believe. Ireland giving 10 points to Israel public votes. Where? I checked the list of Ireland in the Spotify. nowhere. The song is nowhere. You have Iceland in the top 5 of Ireland of the Irish streaming charts. Ireland and Norway are doing really good in Ireland. Iceland and Norway are doing really good in Ireland. Israel doesn't exist anywhere on the list, but it took 10 points. So how?
I mean, okay, so we know the theories. We know the theories. So, and we've got to be so careful about not spreading fake news because we're both very responsible adults. So, one theory is obviously SIM cards, right? SIM cards can be easily purchased from different countries, and you can purchase them. And so, people were trying to be quite quick at the beginning to say countries like, I'm in India. It's so impossible to get a SIM card. You literally have to give your blood over to get a SIM card here. It's near on impossible. So people were saying initially, Poland, Armenia, Croatia, countries that gave it 0, have got very strict laws about ID and a verification to get SIM cards. But then I did see comments underneath saying the same applies to Norway, and Norway scored it quite highly. So I'm trying to kind of find my way through all of this because I'm trying to work out where that score came from. In its
But the
most
thing
obvious,
in Basel, whenever we were watching and people outside sitting, because Basel was full of Eurovision songs, people are opening YouTube to watch from the semi-final, for example, Red Sebastian. The first ad, it was always never Malta, never someone else. It was always Yuval talking with the number 14 or what number she had, saying like thank you and vote. Every single time you opened, you did never had that. Eleni, my best friend, she texted me and she said like I missed the first semi-final. I didn't watch it, so I went the next day to watch some of the performances from the first semi-final because I really want to be ready for the final. And said every time that she opened in Greece, every time that she opened YouTube to watch performance from the semi-final one, Yuval was appearing every single time. In the middle of the song, Yuval was appearing with an ad of 30 seconds to skip it or not to skip it or to watch it. So I do agree with what ESC Tom wrote in his Twitter. Like, you know what? Honestly, ban ads during Eurovision week. Ban Eurovision ads. Ban this thing of artists, like, because we know that Israel is willing to spend millions of euros for this, and good for them. They have the money. I wish Bulgaria would have the money too. I wish they could pay Bulgaria can participate, but no. But you know what I mean? Don't make it like this.
okay, firstly, yeah, that has been covered quite a lot, and we know
Bye,
that was
Vince. Bye. Say bye to Vincent. He has to
Bye,
go.
Vincent. I know obviously that was a strategy that was used last year in regards to paying for ads. For me, I just found it quite cringy. Like ads come up all the time. I don't pay any attention to it. I don't know how much advantage the ads would give to Israel, in my opinion. I think what unfortunately is murky is there are people, rightfully so, that saying, you know, she's not her government. People have said that
Of
Cannes
course.
is
Of
not
course.
the government. Like, this is a TV broadcaster. She can't make those decisions. It is TV broadcasters versus each other, right? And so you can buy into that and say, for that reason, there is a place for Israel at Eurovision. It's not Cannes and it's not her. The problem I then have is who was funding those ads. It's come out that it was the Israeli government. So it's not that clear cut then, is it? That it's TV channels versus TV channels when a large pot of money, government money, went into promoting the song.
Exactly.
And obviously when she went back to Israel, Netanyahu made a whole political spiel about it. And I was like, this is what people are worried about Israel using this as a platform. This is the problem. So for me, the ad thing is an issue because for me, that is the problem, which is it? Yeah, because I've been trying to rationalize it this year in a way of trying to enjoy the competition, being like, It is TV channels versus TV channels, and I can choose what I listen to and what I engage with, and not try and get too emotively attached to that debate. But then when I hear that the Israeli government is plugging loads of money into it, and we're not talking about small change, it's just like, oh, you're not making it easy for yourself, Israel. You're not making it easy for yourself.
No. And this guy here writing, and Khan is not an independent either. I also believe that. It is on the papers, but it's not when it comes to Eurovision. The government, of course, it's giving money for it.
So, in that way,
this Rako says exactly Rako, exactly what I said. Why Israeli song isn't in the charts of half Europe if it was that good? I mean, yeah, Rako, we're on the same thing.
So, like, let's obviously the point is, let's be real. The scenario that we're in, if nothing changes, then we can just guarantee that Israel probably will be picking up at least 250 every year, right? So in that sense, what can the EBU do to change that? Because the televote clearly, and I wrote it down, someone said it's such a brilliant place to be able to manipulate it. You get up to 20 votes, which is crazy. And then you've got 26 artists. The more artists you have, the easier it is to take advantage of that situation. So I was saying to you, like informally by message, you either half the final to make it harder, or you reduce the amount of votes, which you probably should do, to be honest. Or do they experiment with a junior Eurovision where it's an app? Like, what also, the other thing I was thinking, the casual viewer in the UK is not going to pick up the phone. Like, and I think that's part of the reason as well, is I think a casual person watching Eurovision fans pick up the phone. Someone who maybe have had a few vodkas will pick up the phone, but the average person's not picking up that phone.
No.
And so Junior Eurovision is free, right? You just download the app and it's free.
Yeah.
And so what is it? It's a maximum of 5 or something like that. Maybe if you incentivize the average viewer, that might balance out potentially what we saw this year. But they can't go into next year without making changes, because it's just not fair, in my opinion.
It is not fair. And it showed this year.
Listen, and I'm that kid that was 13 or 14 trying to love Eurovision with the UK sucking all the time and thinking my song's better than Serbia. But that was the day when I know Serbia would start with 50, because I know Slovenia, Croatia, and all these freaking countries had so much of an advantage, and I just had to suck that up. And so the EBU, rightfully so, brought in the juries as a result of that. But like, this is just a personal annoyance for me. And there must be people in Malta, there must be people in other countries that feel the same, being like, we start at a disadvantage because we don't have a diaspora, we don't have a neighbor. And so, yeah, that's another debate. But yeah, unless the EBU changes, then we're going to be guaranteed that Israel will be picking up at least 250 for the next couple of years.
Yeah, but maybe next year they win. Last year they were third, this year second, maybe next year first, and that's it.
Well, I mean, if it's a good song,
good
song, then fine. But
I just very pity that I sit in the Arena Plus with so many thousands of people, and people are not happy with Austria winning. People are happy with Israel not winning. So people were basically just happy anything else to happen. And this is, when has that happened in Eurovision?
And do you know the sad thing about that is, and I was thinking that in regards to Switzerland's victory last year, that both Switzerland and Austria know that, in the sense of, do you remember the days, like obviously when Sertab from Turkey won, it was just euphoric, like that song, and Helena Paparizou, like everyone accepted the victory, and that song became a summer hit, and everyone remembers it. Everyone remembers it. It's in pretty much everyone's top 10 or 50 Eurovision songs of all time.
Yeah.
How well are these two songs going to age? Last year, Switzerland, and this song. And like I'm saying, like I'm not trying to discredit their victories, but they know. Like, they know that obviously when everyone's cheering, parts of those cheers are because, yeah, you weren't that.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know.
We don't have those winners anymore. We don't have them. And it's always the second or the third places that become super viral after Eurovision.
Mm.
The last winner of Eurovision that became very viral, and we know it, was Tattoo with Loreen. But she also took a lot of jury, but she also took a lot of public. It was not that she took 90 points. Loreen did take a lot of public also. So that's why she became also so viral. But those years, Nemo didn't even reach yet the 100 million. But another 2, 3 songs from last year reached it and way above it.
Do you know what? It was quite interesting.
And here someone says, perhaps we should go back to juries 100% given. No, no, this is a Eurovision Song Contest and it has 164 million viewers. So people should have the saying, not the juries. Okay, the juries can exist, they can be there, but still, I am giving my money. I am spending money for this contest. I wanna write. I wanna have something to say about it,
But
and not just sit.
I think that's the problem, Georgie, is I think this, my issue is you're right what you're saying in the sense of you want to be part of that process. You want to be, I get it. My concern is the average person isn't voting. We're voting, but the average person, I don't know what the figure, do they release the figures of how many in each country vote? Not watch, but vote.
I don't know. No, I don't. I have no idea.
Because there's every likelihood
Pozdravljeni, I have a friend here writing to me in Bulgarian. Highlighted.
there.
He says like "Pozdrav od Serbia," greetings from Serbia
Hey.
to me, not to you. So, how many people voted from each country? I guess this is out, but I don't know. It's like now how to find that. Do we have a way of finding?
I just don't think it's public. Like, I think someone just said Belgium released theirs because I think Belgium are releasing theirs to try and find out
What
why
happened?
they gave 12 to Israel.
Yeah.
But it was interesting. Someone did some maths and did the kind of pre 2016 version when they combined the televote and the jury together, each country. And
Yeah.
so those results were interesting. So Austria still would have won, Estonia would have been second, Sweden would have been third, and then Germany would have been 11th, and the UK last.
Yeah.
If it was the
I saw
pre
that.
2016 version,
Yeah.
we would have picked up 4. Yeah, see, even Dean says he's not voted for years, even though he's an obsessive fan.
What are the comments saying? I think Belgium released their numbers. Of his juries did excellent work. Yeah, if people can vote, the broadcast don't get any money either. Why are we saying it's a good? Okay, yeah. I feel like people are voting 1, 2 times. Yes, I mean I voted for €4 20 times.
I mean, there is which they were asking for potentially before, but the other way, there is an option of going 60-40, jury 60, televote 40, to not completely eliminate the televote.
I will die if that happens. I am against that. I am against that.
I mean, they got to do something, Georgie, right? At the end of the day, multiple votes per voter, large field of contestants, limited voter controls. It just can easily be manipulated, and we've seen that potentially it could be.
But here it says one model from a site, EurovisionInsight.com. And they said, like, according to our model, this is how it happened, like, by 90%. And they write, like, United Kingdom had projected number of votes 4.5 million.
No.
Then Germany had 4,100,000, Sweden 1.5 million, Netherlands 1,200,000, Italy 1,100,000, etc., etc. Norway 460,000, Austria 390,000. Yeah.
I really struggle that 4 million votes were cast in the UK. They don't even get that for things like X Factor when that was a thing. Okay, I mean, sure. I mean, that might be the case. Obviously, if you're allowed to vote 20 times, then I guess it's not necessarily have to be 4 million people.
No.
Okay. All right. How much it's per vote? It's quite a lot of money, isn't it?
In Germany, it's not. It's 20 cents. I gave €4 for 20 times voting,
Okay.
and that's not so much.
Okay. Yeah, I've been in pretty big Eurovision parties back in the UK, and I've been in a room with like 15 people and no one seems to be voting, but I could be wrong. Yes.
Do you have another tea you want to discuss or another gag?
Let me go through.
Don't do that. It's
I'm
annoying.
sorry. What did you think of Italy's package this year
Crazy.
overall?
I never believed that he will finish 5th place, but good for him.
But
I
do
mean,
you get
Italy.
do you get it? Do you agree with it?
No.
I kind of do. I've kind of been won around by it now.
No, I agree that it could be like 12th or 13th, but 5th, according to my taste, come on, I have a very simple taste. Give me a basic song and I'll give you a vote, but don't give me a subtitles Italian slow song. I don't give you a vote, so I don't agree with 5th place. But good for him. I mean, Italy is proving it. Like, who was it? Someone next to me said like, give that song to Sweden. No, give that song to the Italian song to any other country, last place. Give any song to Italy, top 5.
Yeah, but what is it then about Italy that guarantees them a top 10 every year then?
I don't know. It's Italy.
I quite like it's not a song that I listen to, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, there's
Come
something that
on.
makes someone made a good point though. This point here.
No, I don't think so because Albania already took from the public 176 points. People don't need subscribers. Subscribers. Subtitles. People don't need subtitles. It just, do you like it? I vote for it. Albania was great the way it is. I didn't need subtitles. Until today, I don't know what Albania is singing about, and I still like it.
Yeah, I don't. The subtitles won it over for me in the end. I must admit. Yeah, I have got written down. We glossed over it, but I think it's true to be said in regards to the criteria that the juries. I don't want to revisit it, but I didn't realize that Georgie Tommy Cash scored quite a few tens from the jury. So obviously, if they say, for example, vocal ability and lyrics are part of the criteria, that shouldn't be scoring second in juries.
You mean who do you mean now?
Estonia.
Second in the juries?
It got some tens in the juries, yes.
I can see here it got 10 from Belgium. It got 10 from Italy, but I mean espresso macchiato and stuff, yeah. Those are the 10 that it got. Those two.
But still.
Italy and Belgium.
Um,
It's okay. It's not so bad.
how do you feel that Laura Thorne is Luxembourg's worst place song at Eurovision?
I can't believe that. I voted 10. I sent the 10 SMSs for Laura Thorne.
I'm obsessed
10.
with Laura
2
Thorne.
euros. I gave 2 euros for that because I was thinking like, oh my God, this performance is amazing. And you know what, Shane? This is my number one song 2 weeks after Eurovision now, or 1 week. Uh, that's the song that I listen. Is it 1 week? Was it last week Saturday the final?
I think so.
Yes. Yeah, true. Um, Laura Thorne with Le Popol Montesou is the only song that I listened to the 1 week after Eurovision. I went to gym today, and that's the Eurovision song from this year that I listened to. I love it. I don't know how.
Well, irrespective, when someone posted that on X, I thought, yeah, you're right. That we live in a world where Laura Thorne is the worst placed Luxembourg song at Eurovision of all time.
But you know what? She also performed second, the dead spot of
And
Eurovision.
between Norway and Estonia as well.
Exactly. Exactly. So,
What was I going to say? Do you remember? And some people have said it. Carrying on, do you remember when Alicia Michelle on X was trying to? She made a kind of gender point, and then someone else talked about basically how Finland and Malta flopped. And someone posed the question: does this mean that Europe is prudish? And then I think Alicia Michelle posted something along the lines of both of them are about women's empowerment. What does this say about Europe's reception to women's empowerment? Why do you think Finland and Malta underperformed?
about Finland, I have a huge, huge question mark myself. About Malta, I expected it. So about Malta, I just think it was a bit too much, and I talked about it with you, the
Yeah.
staging. About Finland, I have no idea. I have no idea. She raised up everybody. Tom, everybody said after the jury show on Friday, everybody said the one to be is probably Finland. Until now, it was not, but the one to be that could win is Finland. Everybody said the same from the Eurovision fans. But what happened? I have no idea anymore. I don't know.
No, I know that is a mystery. The only other thing that I've got here is, but it didn't affect it with the televote, is why on earth Poland picked that snippet for the recap.
I have no idea.
That was the
Because
worst snippet ever.
that was like you couldn't even hear the song. There was no song.
But it didn't affect their televote whatsoever.
No, if they had a better one, they would have taken 200 points.
That was an interesting choice. Okay. I think we pretty much talked about everything.
Ukraine finishing second, sixth place with total. Where was Ukraine? Ninth place. Also, I don't know. Not fan of it.
I've never been a fan of the song from Ukraine this year.
No.
Unfortunately.
I expected that Lithuania will be way higher, not 16th. Not that I like the song, but just from
I mean,
no.
listen, have I watched the final twice? I watched it the other night. When did I watch it? I can't remember now. And the songs that I skipped were the songs that I was always going to skip. I skipped Lithuania. I skipped Portugal. I skipped Ukraine. I skipped Latvia. I think that's it. Every other song, because I got to the end of it and I was like, do you know what? From the season that it started, and I was like, this is going to be my worst Eurovision in regards to songs I like and quality. Actually, genuinely, I think it was only 4 songs I skipped out of 26 songs, and that's pretty good.
I agree.
I did skip Latvia. I knew that was. I'm not a fan of Latvia's song. I'm sorry. I'm not. I know.
Oh my God,
sorry.
everybody I just skipped Latvia. I didn't. I love Latvia. Burman, siamo stati sposti. Burman, siamo stati sposti. I love it.
Yeah, it's not really my thing. But some people like Ukraine or liked Ukraine. I liked it, not
Yeah.
so many.
You know what? As Tatiana from RuPaul's would say, choices.
Uh-huh. Um
Is it what she said? Is this what she says? Choices? Yeah, right?
choices,
Tatiana,
huh?
Tatiana says choices.
Yeah.
Choices.
No, it actually ended up being a very, very good year.
Oh, Shane. I don't see any hope about next year.
I mean, I do. I do. I think it just the
I
it
don't see, personally, I don't see hope about next year, not because of the situation, because my favorite genre of Eurovision is dying more and more every year. That's pop, gimmicky, women empowerment songs. This is dying, and that's if this dies, I am done with Eurovision. That will be the day that I'm done because
countries
I am not here for the ballads. I'm enjoying ballads, but girl, I am not here for the ballads. Have ballads,
countries
but don't have too many. I am done with ballads.
countries will
I
still
don't
select them. If they have national finals, countries will still select them. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be
pop
fine.
songs. I hope so. I
You'll
hope
be
so.
fine.
We need this. Like in the I'm sorry, but in the Euro Club, they didn't play any of the ballads of this year. They didn't play them. They never played one. Not even once, not even
Obviously,
half. What?
obviously, it's not the time and the place for them, is it?
Exactly.
Um,
And that's it. It already shows.
But can I also just say, on a serious note, trying to be positive, from what I could gather, I wasn't there, but being a viewer at home, the stadium and the stage looked amazing. I really, really enjoyed all of the interval acts, like the production. I was very entertained, and
Very
that
much.
frickin' comedian is iconic. Frickin' love her.
I
I've
love her.
all I've done this
Hazel.
week is just watch snippets of her
Hazel.
at Eurovision.
Hazel.
She's probably actually the main thing I've loved about Eurovision 2025.
I love Hazel. That was the best thing that they could do about her.
I absolutely agree. And fingers crossed,
What is he?
computer.
What is Quincy saying? So they normally play Molitva and Running Scared other years in the Euroclub? No, they don't play any kind of ballad. I told you. No matter if it's a winner, second place, or last place, they do not play ballads.
Okay.
No. They play Beba. They played Beba this year in the Euroclub 100 times. Oh,
Which
and the
I
absolute
love.
banger of the Euroclub. You know where it is. The
Uh-huh.
song that every pre-party or every Euro club is playing, and it will always play until we die. We'll be 70 and we'll be still doing the choreography of it. It's like la 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 la. I love it. This plays all the time.
Yeah, us Eurovision fans that go to Euroclub, we're very simple, a simple breed. Okay, cool.
Ah, Shane,
Finished.
yes. Well, we talked about everything. We could talk about a lot of other stuff, but I agree with you at the end, what you said, that it was a good show at the end of the day. The staging is amazing. The interval acts were amazing. The hosts were really good. So everything, like Switzerland did an amazing, amazing, amazing job. Really good job. So really, really good for that. But I hope we will have what JJ wished in the live interview. I don't know if you watched it. Did you watch it?
Yes.
Good.
But like I said, I think the EBU I think times now come where they have to make some changes, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, Eurovision had now this year 164 million people watching, which is not bad. It's a good number, really good number. It still didn't lose a lot of fans, but it's like, yeah,
The UK lost 1 million.
yeah, true. Germany didn't. Germany gained.
I'm not sure necessarily why that is. There wasn't loads of hype about our song this year, to be fair.
Yeah,
As far as I could tell. Listen,
yeah,
and most countries, as they do every year, are going to have to go and scratch their heads a little bit. Ireland are going to have to scratch their head. The UK are going to, I think they just need a new head of delegation, bless them. Yes. Maybe we'll send a diva. I think we shouldn't. No one's going to buy that.
no.
Right, Georgie Kanev. It is
I mean,
22:38 in India.
oh, it's very, very late for you.
Yes.
So we are done, I guess. We did good. We did 2 hours, and probably we'll have other ideas for talking, but just whoop it up, Shane, tomorrow in India.
I try and whoop it up every day in India if I can.
Do you know what song?
Staring at me.
Do you know what song now I have in my head? I need to sing it again because it's like, oh, it's in my head again. You should tell me what song it is from which country, okay? Do I
Okay.
sing? This is the let's go. If I had your love, I would be in now.
Iceland.
If I had your love. Yes, I love that song.
Yes, that's a very
You
good
know
song.
every song.
Right,
Those songs I need. Bye, Shane. Bye, people.
right. Tschüss.
Tschüss.
Ciao, ciao.